Hello, it's me again, Cade, back again with another review. This time for Amaranthe's Maximalism. Now, guys, you don't know me. You're here to hear this review, but I gotta let you know that I make music. Check out my other songs on this channel. I've got a new one coming real soon that is gonna be seriously good. So you gotta come back and watch out for that because the songs on my channel are decent, but this new one that I'm working on that I wrote and produced, it's gonna be good. So watch out. It's coming real soon. I love Amaranth. I love their style. I'm a little bit jealous that this band came up with this style because I think it's a genius. It's just catchy and intense, and it's like Red Bull metal. It's just straight to the point and knocks you out of the park in the space of 3 minutes. So catchy and fun. One thing that is noticeably different about this one is that the pop aspect has been brought forward a lot more. So all those songs are way more poppy. They have a much more evident pop influence. And to me, that is not really what I was looking for. I guess it's good if you're a really casual pop fan and you're just discovering this band and you hear all these kind of sweet, catchy songs and it's all good. But it's not necessarily a bad thing in itself that it's more poppy. It's just that the kind of pop that this album is influenced by is not particularly to my taste. I'm hearing a lot of like Taylor Swift and Hannah Montana and really kind of bubblegum stuff where, it might be interesting if they try something a little more mature pop-wise, like, I don't know, Kanye West or FKA Twigs or something. Some influence like that would be interesting. I know that a lot of their previous albums have a very bubblegum vibe, but not quite as bubblegum as this. This is very, very, very radio friendly, this one. That's not to say that the songs themselves are not good. That just for me, I was really needing something a bit more intense, that's all. So, with that said, I will give this a fair shot, and I'm going to go through each song one by one, and I'll just give my own thoughts on it. Maximize. This song is good, but the intensity isn't really there compared to their previous openers. Like, you have Leave Everything Behind, you have Afterlife, and you have Dynamite, and those songs blow this one out of the water, and I come to expect something a little bit more, but Maximize, it's kind of like, maximize me. It's just like, oh, okay, but if you're into that, that's fine. For me, what I did like about this song was Elisa's verses. The melody, the way she sings them was very good. And overall in this album, my finding was that she really is their saving grace through thick and thin. Even if some songs are weaker, her vocals will normally save it because she just always sounds so good and puts a lot of feeling into her singing. The verses sound really good here. The opening riff is actually really solid and funky too. The chorus is fine, it's sing-along, but it doesn't have a gripping feeling that I am familiar with from their openers. Jake has a kind of namby-pamby bridge in this, and it's kind of like, yeah, I get it, but I don't know. And that's all I have to say about that one. Boomerang is better, even though it's more poppy. It has a more of an identity as an overall song. I'm probably I'm probably talking way too seriously about these songs because this band is just so, they're just so silly and lighthearted. I don't mean to be so serious about them. It's just I don't know. I guess this is a review and I'm supposed to be like critiquing it, but whatever. Boomerang is a good song. I prefer it. It's one of the best songs of the album. It's catchy. It's got some good funk, kind of dubsteppy verses. The rhythm in the verses is good. Um, Chorus is enjoyable. Bit repetitive. I know it's weird to say that about Amaranth, but yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. At this point, I still hadn't been totally convinced by the album. That song, that song is, I gotta say, okay. A lot of people hate this song. It's not bad. I think it's a better song than Drop Dead Cynical. When I first heard Drop Dead Cynical, I was not fond of it, and I'm still not fond of that song. That song is at least develops a little bit more, especially with Elise's ad libs in the chorus at the end. I like that. That's good. It has a really retro "We Will Rock You" thing, which is it is a departure from their usual style. Again, I don't know. It could have been heavier, but fuck it. 21. 21 is a good song. Again, this is something like off of a Taylor Swift album. The party vibe, very Miley Cyrus. You know, like really teenage girl anthem. Fine. The riff in this song is really good. This will be one of my favorites on the album. It's a good balance of riffing and the nice melody in the chorus. Just the overall vibe is very teenage. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old for this band now, I guess. I don't know. On the Rocks. Good song. Very, very heavy, crunchy, very good. Nice switch up of rhythms with the verse and the bridge, and the chorus is really catchy. Really makes you want to just like it's good. Nice guitar solo. Elise's vocals are fucking good in this song. She sings the lyrics with a definite directness and intent and clarity, so that's really good. I love her voice in this song. This song is my favorite on the album, actually. Yeah, Limitless is one of the stronger songs on the album. Jake's vocals actually are very good on this, and I wish he would sing in this way more often. It's very soft. It's a bit of a softer tone than is normally heard from him. The chorus is very catchy. I like it. Elise's vocals are stunning. She really stretches her range. Maybe a bit too much. I don't know if she's sounding strained or not. I know that she does have a good vocal technique. She doesn't have a lot of problems hitting high notes live. I've seen them live, and she never sounds strained at all. She always just hits the notes like it's nothing. But there is I guess it's just an emotional touch that she added to the higher notes, where it's just really giving it her all. Fury is one of my favorites. It's a very fast song. It's kind of Henrik's Time to Shine. He's got a little bit of a Slipknot influence thing going on in this song, in the way he's, screaming, half saying things. I like the chorus. It's catchy. I like it. I love the breakdown with Henrik's voice kind of being staggered and lowered as he screams. I wish the album had more weird moments like that. Amaranth definitely has the potential to incorporate a little bit more weird, what the fuck is that moments. Faster is not a good song. The chorus, I don't really care for the song at all. I'm sorry, it just sounds like something that should be on the Breaking Point B-sides. And the band must know this themselves, because they would never. None of the band members, I guarantee it, would say that this is their favorite song on this album. It's a filler. I think this band is very eager to just pump out album after album of music to stay on top of their current momentum, which is understandable. Um, but they got to be careful when they get down to releasing really filler stuff. And even the placement on this album is very suspicious. Track 8, Faster. Nah. Nah. Moving on. Breakdown and Cry. This is also very, very filler. Not something that I'm going to listen to many times more. And I don't mean to be brutal. I'm just giving a review just as a fan's perspective. I love this band, and I do like most of the songs in this album. But Breakdown and Cry, unfortunately for me, does sound very filler. The chorus is a little bit more interesting than Faster, for example, but I don't really care for it. It doesn't really know what it is. The chorus is like has an interesting feeling, but it's not really carried out through the rest of the song. It's just bits and pieces, just psh, psh, psh. And overall, I don't know what that song is. It's just meh. Supersonic is one of the better ones. Again, no, my mind is stopping because it's just like I can't somehow decide how I feel about some of these songs, because some parts are so good and then other parts are just, I don't know, like I can't say that this song is entirely good, because like the intro, I feel, I don't know, it's something, the intro and the verses, there's something about them that I guess is just not as high energy as you would expect from a song called Supersonic. However, there are some really cool parts of this song. I absolutely love the bridge. And I love that Elise is doing this really just full-on Christina Aguilera run. It's great. I don't know, I know that's really poppy, but see, that's a really cool part of pop that should be in metal more. And then she does this operatic thing, which I never expected her to do. That was also really unexpected and fun. So, and what I like about that is it goes straight into the screaming after. So, and this song also has like a kind of chorus too, which I really like. It's kind of a chorus after the chorus, and that brings the song up a bit for me. So yeah, overall this is a good song, one of the better ones on the album. Fireball. Actually, you know what? I think Fireball was put at the end because someone felt like it wasn't the best song. But I think Fireball is one of the best songs on this album. Especially that synth is really cool. The verses are really cool. I like the part where Elise says 3, 2, 1, boom. It's just just it is what it is. It's just cool. And I guess the chorus is neat. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best song on the album, but it's one of the stronger ones. I don't know why it's so far back, because I do like it. Endlessly is really emotional, slow ballad, not very typical of them. Elise sounds phenomenal on this song. She really owns it. I like that they tried something very, very, very different. This is actually the one moment on the album that is completely different. Well, not completely different, but those melancholy strings at the beginning are very sincere sounding for them. You know, even though I love their songs, they're always very, they're a superficial band and they know it, and that's what they're going for, and that's why I like them. But Endlessly is a song that sounds very sincere for them. Even Amaranthe was very Eurovision, just kind of like Steps. I don't know if you've ever heard of the band Steps, but I'm sure the band members know Steps. Amaranthe reminds me of Steps. Even though it's not a dance song, but Endlessly would remind me more of something from a more sincere, like maybe Broadway musical, or maybe a sincere Disney ballad or something. I like it. It's good. It's a nice closer. So this album is good in as far as what it's going for. It's a good pop album that is played by a metal band. So metal fans are going to like this album the least out of all their albums. If you're a metal fan, you want to get into Amaranthe, and I mean, if you're watching this, you're an Amaranthe fan, so you know who they are. But I would say that this album is, I would say it's their third best. Their best is probably their first one. I know that's typical to say, but I think it's true. The second best, I think, is Massive Addictive. And this would be their third best. And I guess that might be an unpopular opinion, but I actually think that The Nexus was riding on the coattails of the first album too much. It sounded too much like the first album. There were a lot of songs that were very similar to the first album. A lot of songs that sounded similar across the board. While there are a few amazing songs like Invincible and Afterlife, it just wasn't very memorable for me. However, Massive Addictive was a really good step up, and I thought they'd continue along the lines of the heaviness more. Like Dynamite, so heavy, but so poppy, but so heavy, and really hits that sweet spot. So this album would be third. I do enjoy this album. I will keep listening to it a lot, especially On the Rocks, Boomerang, Fury, and Supersonic. And you know, I'm happy that the band are doing their thing. I'm sure that they are very proud of this album. I know that a lot of this review sounded brutal, but it's just from my perspective. You know, it's not something to take too seriously. I probably took it more seriously than it should have been taken, but I will look forward to seeing them live again, and I'll for sure keep listening to them because their sound is so unique, and they offer something that no other band in the world offers. Until next time, check out that song that I'm releasing soon, okay? Look out for it. Subscribe.